Josh Brigette here with JTV Sports and our Chelsea State Bank Media Days. Coach Ben Pack, Springport Spartans coach, not used to seeing you in blue, used to seeing you in the colors of Manchester, but you're going to take over your first year head coach at Springport. You got the job in April. Talk about what this past few months has been like for you.
Well, it's been quite a whirlwind. We've had to go in and do a lot of evaluating players and evaluating equipment and evaluating facilities and take an inventory of what you got before you start making changes and so after we did that we set a course of action and a plan and we just have been working the plan since about May 1st when we had the plan pretty much, and it's all come out and the way we'd wanted it to.
Well, you have a young team coming back, but that's nothing new for you. You're used to having young players and getting them coached up and turning into a program that makes playoffs and things like that. Can you speak to kind of what you've seen early on with the roster that you have?
The roster, the golden nugget that I found at Springport is with the athletes. There's some very talented young kids. They're very athletic. They need to improve their skill sets. In terms of hand catching and blocking that skills, but they've got some potential.
Coach, offensive side of the ball, what are you expecting from the Springport offense this year?
Well, I think we could be probably more balanced than we were at Manchester. So we can throw the ball. We got two quarterback candidates that both can throw the ball very well. We haven't had pads on it yet, so I'm not sure how well we can run the ball yet, but. I got a sneaking suspicion that we'll be okay there, but we'll have to see how well we produce.
And then we'll flip over to the other side. On the defensive side of the ball, what are you seeing early on over the summer from a defensive standpoint?
Well, the young kids, like I said, are talented, so they can run. So I think if you can get them lined up correctly and they understand the concepts of how to play defense, they will be very good. So we've seen that in 7-on-7 so far. I mean, they sprint around, fly around, and seem to have a lot of enthusiasm.
Coach, 5 straight losing seasons at Springport, have aspirations to compete for a Big 8 championship, aspirations to make the playoffs. What does this team need to do over the next few weeks as you prepare for the season to accomplish those goals?
Well, I think we gotta rely on each other and trust each other, and that's been my mission all summer. But we'll put the cap on it when we start in August. We're a small school obviously, and so we've got to rely on each other. And kids play 1 or 2 positions. We can't do platoon obviously, but if you got to play 2 positions, you better know what your assignments are in each position.
You're going to start with Dansville to start the year non-conference, and you get right into Big 8 play. 2 new teams in the conference this year, looking at Stockbridge and Maple Valley. What do you think about coming into the Big 8 conference?
I don't know a whole lot about the conference itself. I did know about Stockbridge. Stockbridge is a very good team. Okay, they were dangerous last year when we were in Manchester, and they've got some players. And so watching them in 7-on-7, they did a real nice job there. So I know they're going to be competitive. As far as Maple Valley goes, I don't know a whole lot about them other than what I've seen on film and what other coaches have told me.
Coach, talk about step away from the football field for a little bit. Most memorable thing you've done this summer, what would that be?
The most memorable thing I've done this summer. I fell off a ladder inside the equipment room, and I immediately thought, if I break my leg, nobody's going to know where I'm at.
Well, that's tough to be your most memorable moment. But Coach, great to see you. Best of luck with Springport this year. You've been great in the Jackson area, and we're excited to see you do well on the west side.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks. You. Yep.